finishing eating real quick, and then I'm gonna get diving into these maps. Citadel's the player, maybe an Arbiter Knight. Let me know how the audio levels are, if I need to turn up the in-game, if I need to turn up my mic, turn down my mic, turn up the music, down the music. We have this Citadel we can do, and we have 2 more nearby. I think we're just going to clear down here for now. We'll do the Citadel in a little bit, but... Start farming currency for our next build. That is the current plan. Make money for our next build. Good start. Already got a chaos order. Not sure what the next build's gonna be. We gotta make money for it. Forward, never backwards, boys. Can you turn up the mic a bit? Sure. Let me know if this is better. If it's too loud. Not loud enough. If that did anything at all. Yeah, no problem. No, thank you for telling me, Alice. I'm a noob streamer, so I gotta get better at balancing that audio stuff. I'm sure I missed a rare. I don't even know where the boss is on this map, actually. I'm guessing it's down there. I might have missed the boss, to be honest. My computer does not like this build. It just destroys the resolution scaling. It's kind of funny. Alright, let's go this way. We know the boss is this way. I'm pretty sure this map had a boss. Maybe like over there. Just make sure there's no rares up. Oh, there are rares up this way. 2 rares to be exact. Well, let's kill the boss and then we should be able to waypoint over there. I do not know. I have not decided. I don't even like have a general direction. One day I'll wake up and I'll be like, I want to try this, and then we'll see what happens. This build's good. There, and then we're good. Like, part of me wants to revisit my Arctic Armor Poison build, but try it again on the Infernalist with Uncapped Demon Flame. See if I can one-shot Arbiter or Jet with it or something. But obviously there could be new builds I want to look at too. There's so many skills I haven't tested yet. Okay. So we got these 2 Citadels. Haven't seen any new ones pop up yet. Yeah, I'm really sad that my Chronomancer shield charge video build ended up being a bust because I was super hyped about Chronomancer. I think from a theme perspective, Chronomancer is just so cool. Like, who doesn't like Time Lord stuff? Alright, I want to get this tower, see how clear the path is to this Citadel over here. And then we're probably going to give that Waystone or that Citadel a try. We don't need too much of a warm-up. This build's pretty easy. But, the Count has some one-shots, so if I fuck up, obviously, no avoiding that. Like when he does the air up and down. I was doing a Chronomancer Incinerate build, and it was okay. It was just too slow. Oh right, I gotta check all the corners on the first layout. That Chronomancer Incinerate was fun. I was using some black flame ring, and it was like turning the ignite damage into chaos, and it was doing good damage, but the clear speed of maps was just too slow. Might have been better on Pathfinder, but oh, the other corner rip. so free. No thought. This spot is free. Cool. Alright. Hopefully we got a really nice path to the next Citadel, and then it's not blocking the path to the one behind it. Alright, looks like we do have a path down to it. As long as this connects up to here, which it should. And yeah, hopefully we connect over to it there. Yeah, that's what I was doing with my Incinerate build, is I was using the Chronomancer Slow plus a Temp Chains Aura, so like basically anything got slowed before I could like flamethrower it. It was fun. You just move so slow, so I'm using Incinerate. What was I looking for? Oh, Breach Stone. There we go. See if a breach ends up on the Citadel. It did. Alright. Let's find a Waystone with a high Waystone drop rate. That's easy. That one's reasonable. Feeble sucks, but that one's reasonable. Yeesh, so if I get like hit once, I'm dead. But that's 500% Waystone drop chance. We're risking it for the biscuit. This is an okay test, I guess, for this build. Nothing nerfs my damage, but their damage is through the roof, so let's see what happens. Oh yeah, look at that move speed, that's hilarious. Just got to push forward slowly with my turrets. Their move speed is so funny. I bet you I'm gonna get one-shotted by the Citadel boss because he's gonna blitz me with his swipes, and I'm not gonna be ready for it, and he's gonna just hit me. We'll see what happens. They move fast, so they're getting to me before my things slow me. That's so funny. This is definitely a good test for this build. But of course I just get RNG'd once, I'm gonna die. Do not use Regex for finding ideal Waystones in the stash. I don't know what you're even talking about. What is Regex? Got stunned there for a second, got nervous. This is a juicy Waystone, gotta be careful. These guys are juiced to the wazoo on their damage. Yeah, I don't know what Regex is. Oh, got one shot. I knew that was gonna happen. Rip the Citadel. Hey, we did one of the harder ones I had. I was pushing too fast. I should have just slow pushed. It's okay, we got two more to try over here. The push continues. You can pick what fixes you want to see. Nice. That sounds helpful. Yeah, earlier before stream, I corrupted all of them, and then I just vendored all of the ones I didn't want. I got rid of all the burning ground. I vendored all the vendored a lot of them. That was a funny one shot. I'm probably going to do an easier way still on this next Iron Citadel, because this Iron Citadel will get me everything I need for an Arbiter attempt. So we want to at least kill one of those guys. Yeah, a lot of the safety net of this build is it just freezing everything before it gets to you, but with that increased move speed they had, they were just blitzing me so fast, and yeah, they were just getting their attacks off. It was inevitable. I'm just assuming it's called Reject, so I'm probably if it's called, just tell me the name of like whatever I'm searching for, but it's called Reject, so I'll search it after stream. Sounds helpful. I'm sure someone's got guides out there on how to use it. Yeah, earlier before stream, I like manually did all that. Vendored all the burning ground ones, all the reduced ailment threshold ones, all the reduced elemental damage ones or whatever. It's all the ones I hate. Originally I swapped a lot of my mana regen out for more life cost on skill, and I don't think I like it. I'm noticing I'm going aim a lot more consistently. So I might swap back to, I might even just completely drop the life cost. We'll see though. But yeah, I don't know. I have like weird bots set up and I forget how to turn them off. I'll stream that too much and I think they'll delete the link. Even if YouTube allowed it. Just Google PoE2 regex. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll look into it. Sounds helpful. Yeah, my stashes need to be cleaned out and shit too. I need to do a lot. Oops. Yeah, part of me wanted to make that one staff whirling attack build work, but I don't know. There's one skill that I really wanted to make work. It's the there is a Stormweaver Ascendancy option that, like, I think it's when you crit, you summon a tornado. And I want to make that work. Oh, I'm dead. I got stunned. Damn. I'm being too aggro with my my rolls. I gotta be staying behind my my turrets. I'm just running forward while talking. I don't even remember what I was just talking about. Oh yeah, that Stormweaver Ascendancy. I want to make that tornado thing work, but it's kind of hard to make work because you have to crit the proc it. So you like, for a lot of skills to proc it, you want to spec into crit to get it going. But then it doesn't deal crit damage, so you have all this crit damage building into this tornado. And then, like, it just doesn't help the tornado's damage, so I don't know I don't know how to make it work. I was trying to make it work with Arctic Armor, but it wasn't good enough, because I was having to invest so much into making Arctic Armor crit. But then the tornado was, like, doing baby damage, because... Plus, with how many things in the game scale off of gem skill levels, a lot of those things you can't boost your gem skill levels up, like outside of like very specific ways. That one you can boost it really high because it's fire, lightning, and ice technically, but I just couldn't scale it well enough. See what I'm doing? How I'm like rolling forward? I gotta stop doing that. These juice maps that I've corrupted. I'm doing baby maps right now. Gotta play smart, especially now that I have this extra life cost reduction skills. Just constantly slightly switch here. So when I do lose my energy shield like this, I'm even more susceptible to death. Yeah, I think I want to go back to the mana regen. Hey Tolu, I'm glad you're liking the content. I'm having way more fun on Path of Exile 2 than I was ever expecting. Especially with how it's in early access, it was like, still so many builds left I want to try. I just don't know what to try next. Yeah, 0.2 is going to be awesome. I'm so excited for 0.2. Because 0.2 is not just going to have, like, the Amazon and the Druid and all the new skills and stuff, but, like, I assume it's coming with new support gems, and it's going to make all the old builds even more fun. So I don't know, it's just going to have so much content. I am so excited. I don't know what kind of build to do next. I really want to know. I'll look through the gems.
Most of it's like spiral volley seems cool.
Spiral volley spins around while firing a volley of arrows in all directions.
But there's very few things that I'm like super wanting to try. Like maybe Whirling Assault, but I can't make Whirling Assault do bigger AoE radius, so it kind of sucks. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Might be having to revisit a Thorns build soon. I tried the other Ballista. I didn't like it. Which one was it? Ripwire Ballista? I didn't like it.
Ripwire Ballista is an emplacement that can tether enemy.
I tried a lot of stuff with it and it was dumb.
Rapid shot heats up your crossbow as you continue
Rapid
to
shot
shoot.
seems fun, but I don't know if I want to make a build around it. Yeah, that's another reason why I'm playing these kind of builds. It's because I know all that crap's about to get nerfed. But like, how many artillery ballista nerfs do you think are coming to my blue flame build? Like this build might be like slightly nerfed.
In my sights.
You know, some of my other builds I've tried might get better. Yeah, I'm not liking the increased, I recently swapped my jewels to being more life cost and I'm not liking it. I want to go back to more mana regen focus. Yeah, eventually I'm going to swap my jewels back. I'll keep playing with this for now, but it feels too risky. We're not going to do a Giga Juice Citadel on this next one, just so we can guarantee the fragment. So I have the Arbiter attempt. I don't know if I'm going to do an Arbiter attempt tonight. Because I think I want to optimize more before I go in there. Or try Arbiter on a different build. So I don't even know if I need to try Arbiter on this build. Pretty confident I'll clear it. I have not tried mixing them though. Right now this one's just doing so much damage, I don't know if they need to be mixed. If anything, I would use a second artillery ballista gem. One that's like around single target and the other one's for AoE clear. But I don't know if I would use like one ripwire, one artillery. I don't know, when I was trying Ripwire, it didn't feel good. But Artillery Ballista like immediately felt good.
Yeah, I think the next build would have to be like... I think the next build might be a Thorns revisit. And if like I can't make anything work with Thorns, it's gonna be a "This is why Thorns sucks" video. But maybe it's another Arctic Armor build. Like I think if I did Arctic Armor on an Infernalist with uncapped Demon Flame, and I like really did like max stacks, I went into a boss fight with like 600% stacks, 8-1 auto. It'd be hilarious. Problem is with you do uncapped Demon Flame, you lose a lot of spell skill levels, but I think the ramping spell power from uncapped Demon Flame would outweigh the spell skill levels around like over 200 spell power or Demon Flame stacks, so it's been a long time since I've done an uncapped Demon Flame build. It was like one of my first builds I did, like week 2. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna revisit Arctic Armor Poison. And just see how Giga I can get it. But maybe not. Still other stuff to try. Oh yeah, another one. I don't want to do a tower. I just want to get there. If I killed Arbiter with Arctic Armor Poison, I feel like that'd be pretty funny. But is it possible? And is it worth trying? Probably not. It's probably possible.
No, this might come in handy.
Is it worth trying? Probably not. Will I try it? Maybe. Here. Is this a dead end? Usually there's not like a connector like that right there. And that way threw me off. There's usually not a connector that wide. So wide I thought it was the end in the turn, but it wasn't. Maybe it's an Infernalist build. It's been a while since I've done uncapped Demon Flame. But I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm done with Mace builds. I've already done like 2 or 3 of them. And anytime I do a mace build right now, I usually just want to do poison builds. I've already done plenty of poison builds. If I'm doing another mace build, it'll be a solo self-out like shield wall or shield charge build. I'm not sure what I'm doing. For some reason, I want to try and make Thorns work again, but I just know it's not going to work. And my best way to make Thorns work right now, or some form of Reflect build, is either Arctic Armor or Magma Barrier. Any plans to play the PoE 1 event? I'm not sure yet, so... Like, I want to for the skin, but, like, I have a feeling that, like, everyone's going to be, I think from a streamer perspective, everyone's going to be streaming it because of the drops, right? The Twitch drops. So they're going to be making money off of that. So, like, the PoE 2 category on Twitch will be empty. Not empty, right? But it'll have way less people in it. So, like, if I'm streaming PoE 2 while everyone's playing PoE 1, it might be, like, a good opportunity to grow. But at some point, I'll like check it out, get my friends to give me a bunch of currency so I can level fast to get the skin at minimum. But I'm thinking about just playing PoE 2 at least for the launch of it. So we'll see. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Find a reasonable map. Not looking for an optimal clear. Or max waystone percentage. What is this? Armored. Lightning damage. Temporal chains. Temporal chain sucks on this boss. 25% of life is energy shield. We're gonna risk this one, and if I die again... Yeah, I'm excited to try it out. It seemed exciting. It depends on if I'm in the middle of a fun new build or not when in PoE 2. But yeah, I don't know yet. I'm sure I'm going to play it at some point. I want to do a Facebreaker Behemoth build for Whirlwind. I want to do a Cyclone Facebreaker Behemoth build. Oh, I don't even know if I want to risk doing Delirium in this thing. I just want to kill the boss without dying. I'm scared after I got one shot in that last Citadel. And I really want this fragment. This is the last fragment I need for an Arbiter attempt. And I'm running this like extra life loss build, so I'm like extra susceptible to one shots. It's got me nervous. And this build's so bright I can't see. Play safe. I got a Megalomaniac thing with the increased range totem. Ascendant or passive, so I can get my totem slightly further. Makes it a little more safe. But yeah, I'm not like good enough at PoE 2 to take full advantage of this special event. The special event is more exciting for like the PoE gods who are like really good at crafting builds in that game.
I don't have enough mana.
Dead end. All evasion builds end up squishy. So you gotta risk it for the biscuit. But yeah, it's possible I need to swap from full evasion and do an evasion energy shield hybrid. I'm definitely squish. If I get one shot in another Citadel, we will revisit our current situation.
Wicked lethal.
So yeah, let's build a squish.
Out of mana.
And I'm being too aggro, like I'm rolling forward and stuff with this build. I should be placing and like waiting. If I'm being as safe as possible. Like, why am I trying to speed clear Citadel? We're not going to die. And if we do plus, if we do Arbiter on this character, it would be a +0 Arbiter. But I might be saving that Arbiter attempt for my Arctic Armor build that I'm gonna do. I think it might be funny to try and one-shot Arbiter with Arctic Armor Reflect. Poison Reflect. I don't know if it'll work though. I doubt. Like, if I can get over like 600 stacks, but I don't know if we can get that high. I don't think that's going to be possible. Like, I know we can get over 600 stacks of on Demon Flame. I just don't know if it's going to be, that stack's going to translate to enough damage to one-shot base Arbiter with Poison Arctic Armor. I don't even know if, like, does Arbiter do melee strikes that... Yeah, I've killed him with Magma Bear. He does melee strikes. Alrighty. Let us not... Well, I didn't even get one-shot by the boss in the last Citadel, but I have Temporal Chains, so I am slowed. And he does a few one-shots that I gotta be careful of. But hopefully it's very dead easy.
You cannot stop us. We will take the power that we deserve. First one's higher.
I can't see what he's doing. I hear him doing something, but I can't see what he's doing. Alright. Woo! It's so hard when you hear him do like a... You know that like wind up they do, right? Where it does like the heavy attack noise where it's like... Wah! Like I heard him do that twice, but I couldn't see him because it was just so bright with all the explosions and stuff. Like I was like panicking because I just dodge rolled every time I heard that, and I prayed I wasn't dodge rolling into whatever noise he was making. I literally couldn't see. Alright, now I don't care if I die, so let's just go full clear the rest of it. Oh, thanks, Proper. Yeah, I did get it, so. I have everything I need to do Arbiter now. I just have to decide if I want to try Arbiter on this guy or not. If I do try Arbiter on this guy, it won't be at my max difficulty. It'll be at a +0. Just to see if he's killable on him. I assume I've got the damage for it. It just won't be a one-shot. I get a 30-second, 60-second fight. I'm definitely getting rid of the mana cost stuff, though. If I'm gonna do this mana cost stuff, I need more, like, I need life regen on every piece, because I'm just feeling too risky. Yeah, the white mod packs pose a bigger threat. It's those fat ones that do like that knife stab. That's what one-shot me earlier. I just wasn't like ready for it, and just he happened to hit me with it. I think I was also at half health because I was spamming my spell. Whoa, almost died there. JK, we never almost die. I would never die. It was this guy. It was one of these guys. He killed me earlier, and he almost just killed me now. It was that little poke they do. Super dangerous.
Don't mind if I do.
I mean, that's all the rares, so let's just get out of here. I could make this build through Witch Hunter. I bet you could. I don't see why not. Look at that, we got all three now. Means we got an attempt on one character. I'm gonna sell the other one though. I want exalted orbs. I have one of these. Yay! More exalts. Alright, so we had, what, 2 more Citadels this way? Yep. Yep. Cool. Okay. Damn. I hate that sometimes when you clear the Citadel, it doesn't give you access. Like, I cleared all the rares in the fucking mob. Sometimes it doesn't, the boss, sometimes it doesn't give you clear access. And it'd be so much easier to just continue from here, but now I gotta go do this Grimhaven with no boss. Oh, there are 2 Grimhavens in a row with bosses here, though. I'll go do this Alpine Ridge. It's 555, we'll save that one. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be the Arctic Armor build or not. I don't know what to play next. I know this character is just going to be my currency farming character probably for a bit. Just because he's so relaxing to play while I'm like watching a show. I just don't know what I'm doing next. Part of me wants to make that Storm Weaver Tornado build work, but I just don't know what to do it with. Oh, you've never had an Iron Citadel count that's completed? Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense then. I never noticed it was only happening on that one, but it happens enough that I believe you that it would only be Iron Citadel. A lot of bugs. Either way, I think I'm feeling Infernalist next. I've also never done a Pyromanic Pact build. I haven't done Flicker Strike yet, but isn't Flicker Strike like already pretty meta? From what I've heard. Not that I'm against meta builds. Okay. So we're going this way. And then yeah, this one's definitely reachable. And the other one after that. Noise. You know, I just cleared that. I kind of just want to like now go this way because it'll be faster. Yeah, right now it's not even really just about avoiding the meta, but like I don't know, a lot of attack skills depend on heralds right now. Like if you don't run heralds, like any mace build, if you play, I'm getting crazy lag on this map. Any mace build that you play, if you're not running heralds, it's more than likely not gonna do well. I'm getting crazy lag on this map. They broke something in one of the recent patches where like half the time I load into a map it's just laggy like crazy. Lucky this build doesn't matter for lag because it plays it for me. I really want to make a 3 dragons build work, but I don't know what to do it with. I've tried so many different things.
That's quite nice.
I'm just trying to think of Arctic armor builds right now. I don't know what else I would do uncapped Demon Flame with.
I don't have enough mana.
Some form of demon build sounds fun though. I guess I left a rare back there. Damn, he way back there. Shit, why is he there? He's like in the middle of a hiding spot. Rude ass spot to be. Well, we clear basically all the mobs. get out of this laggy ass map. Wonder if there's a way to do like, do I still have my 3 dragons? I doubt I still have it. Probably made room. I wonder if there's a way to do like, oh I do. Wonder if there's a way to do uncapped Demon Flame Infernalist, Arctic Armor, Ignite. Oh, I'm fucking bored, as you can tell. Hey Alice, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Cold damage from hits contributes to ignite chance and magnitude instead of chill magnitude. So if I ran like this with Arctic Armor, I doubt it would work. I think poison would just be better. But it's an idea. We can try it. Yeah, I bet you could. If you went Arctic Armor, Archmage, Poison, uncapped Demon Flame Infernalist, got to like 400 stacks of Demon Flame. Maybe that one-shots Arbiter +0. It'd be expensive though.
I'm out of mana.
But aren't you limited in how many builds you can play in solo self-found? With how bad crafting is? Like I wanted to do solo self-found for my my shield charge poison titan, but I figured it would just be too hard. I wouldn't be able to get like poison hit cap, I wouldn't be able to get good shields like consistently. And it requires like a good shield so bad for its damage. The poison hit chance from Jewel's so bad. Like all the builds that I wanted to try in solo self-found for just didn't feel worth trying to me. I didn't want to do like a safe. I had like no solo self-found experience, so like it's smart to just go in with like a safe build, but I don't want to do a safe build. I want to do a fun build. But it's very likely I do solo self-found to some extent before 0.2 because I need to like relearn the early portion of the game. Solo self-found is so much more fun. I mean, do you think I'd be able to do builds like my poison shield charge build in solo Self-Found? Because I do want to learn solo Self-Found at some point, but I don't want to be forced to like go in doing Spark or some boring shit like that, because then I'm not gonna have fun. I want to go in. I want to be able to go into solo Self-Found and do whatever I want. Obviously, I won't be able to do like the memeiest like Arctic Armor like reflect builds, right? Like clearly that don't do that. But like I don't know. My medium's good build should, like, I want to be able to do those. I just don't want to play, like, Spark and, like, all the boring stuff I've already played. I want to play, like, Bone Storm or something. Crafting is too hard. Dude, that's my concern, is, like, I wouldn't mind doing Bone Storm, but how hard is it to get, like, a Snake Pick Pearl ring and shit? But I do definitely want to eventually learn solo Self-Found. 100%. I'm sure that's going to be what I do when I'm like, okay, I'm out of stuff to try. 0.2 is taking too long. Hey, Ectos, how you doing, bro? Like, for some reason, I really enjoyed the Poison Shield Charge build, and I've just been wanting to try it in solo Self-Found, but it just seems too difficult to do. Because it's really, like, its value comes from, like, mainly the armor on the shield. So you have to get a good shield, but, like, you also want good jewels. Having the 3-to-1 jewels all the time sounds painful. I like so bad in Breach. I'm dead? Okay, I don't die. It's so hard to see, but I just keep getting hit by these little fireballs. A new computer is on the list for the end of the year. This lag is really bad sometimes. The breach seemed to last forever. It's fun. Yeah, right now, I'm just like, the end game is not fun enough to where, like, I only want to play one build. Like, normally I'm a one build Andy. I like to just kind of push one build fairly far, like, usually a Cyclone build. But because the end game is so boring, you're either forced to just try new builds, which is what I've been doing, or play stuff like solo Self-Found or hardcore. And I don't know. I'm not super interested in playing hardcore. I don't know why. Because I like hardcore in other games. I just don't like it in PoE 2. At least in its current state. But solo Self-Found something. Hey, Ectos. Well, I died in my first Citadel, but we cleared the second one. But yeah, so far so good. Tonight's going to be a shorter stream. I wanted to stream earlier today, but I had a lot of work to do. I work in indie game development. I own my own studio, and we're like about, I would say, like either a month to 6 weeks. Ooh, what was that, a Vine Orb? Nice. We're about a month to 6 weeks away from our next game release, so we're in like crunch time. So I ended up working like way too many hours a day. I wanted to stream earlier today, but it's too busy. But now we're just doing a little chill late night stream.
Yeah, I've cleared a couple logbooks before. I've got like +2 for that boss gun. I don't know if you did the boss in that logbook. Logbooks are kind of cool. The boss for the logbook fight is really fun.
Out of my way.
Yeah, like I see me inevitably quick becoming a big solo Self-Found fan. Like, I understand why PoE 1 players, like, over time became just way more in love with solo Self-Found. I definitely see me, like, doing a hybrid of the two, but I, like, because there's just some builds you'll want to do in trade. Like, until Thorns is, like, able to stand on its own, I see me doing trade stuff a lot. But, I don't know, I can see me getting into solo Self-Found. Because, like, I'm a big classic WoW player, though I'm not really playing it much more anymore. Too addicted to this game. I'm probably going to be addicted to it for the next 10 years. But, like, I love doing, like, little solo Self-Found challenges and hardcore challenges in that game. So I definitely see me eventually falling into that trap in this game. But yeah, I like the idea of, like, even though I know doing Shield Charge Titan might be too hard right now in solo Self-Found, I might even try it just to force it to happen. So here. Okay, now we got this one here. No new one yet, but keep chucking forward. Oh, extending trades more than high. It's me and a buddy, so it's like a two-man team, and we just started doing game jams together. There are a lot of game jams out there. There's like several a month you can do, and they're free to sign up for. You can join up for them solo, or you can find teams, and you can just find a team of people to join. And usually on these teams, they'll sometimes have like a veteran. They can, if you're new, they can give you tasks you can handle, and game jams are the easiest way to get started. We did game jams for a couple months, and then I was like tired of game jams. I wanted to make like our own project. And then that project eventually led to us creating the company, and yeah, 3 years later, still doing it. But yeah, it starts with game jams. Game jams are great intro to game development. They're essentially like someone organizes an event and a bunch of game developers show up, and usually these events last anywhere from a few days to a month. All the ones we did were usually about a week. I think we did one that was a week, and we did a couple that were 2 weeks. And usually it's like you have no idea what the theme is, what kind of game you're going to make, but on the theme launch day, it'll be like, okay, we're starting. You have 2 weeks to make a horror game themed around pickles. And then everyone has 2 weeks to make a horror game around that theme, and there will sometimes be other rules and restrictions. Like one of the ones we did was called the Black and White Game Jam, where you had to make it was like a time-themed game, but it was all in like one color. Like it was only in like 2 colors for your palette. So you have to like, it teaches you how to be creative within restrictions while also on a time crunch. So you're like learning how to not only make all aspects of a game, but execute on and finish a concept. What's most important about like learning game development is like finishing a game, like understanding that you're going to never get it perfect. You're going to have to release it with like, there's always going to be things about whatever you're making that you can make it 10 times better. There's always like ways to add quality of life, fix the system, and when you're working on a time strain,
you're basically always going to be unhappy with how you're releasing products. So the act of just like finishing a game in 2 weeks lets you like learn how to keep your scope within reason. So you're not like shooting for the moon and over-bloating your system with too many concepts. You're forced to make something very specific, and the better you can execute on that simplicity, the better your game's going to do. And usually at the end of these game jams, everybody who participated in the game jam submits their games, and then there's usually a vote. And everyone plays each other's games. They give you feedback. There's usually a scoring system, and the people who did the best, they get rewards. There have been a lot of games that on Steam that have come from game jams, like very popular games, were birthed from game jams. So it's not just a great place to learn, but it leads to some pretty cool stuff. But yeah, that's the best way to start. And like, you don't have to like, I don't have any coding experience. Well, I have coding experience. I've done plenty of coding, but I used to work in web development. But I can't code systems in video games. Like, my coding skills not that great, so my friend is the one who does most of the coding. I do all the system designs and stuff like that. But like, it doesn't matter if you don't have any skill in game development. You're like, usually in these game jams, especially the most popular one, they'll have like a Discord, and in the Discord will be a looking for group channel, and you can post what kind of experience you have in your game development and what you're looking to do. Are you an artist? Are you looking to make the music and sound effects? Are you have no idea what you want to do, but you want to like maybe work on systems, or like start learning the engine and stuff? Like, a group will pick you up because everyone like will want. There are people who want you to do grunt work because a lot of the stuff will be bogged down with like coding time and like having to build out the game in the engine, find the assets and stuff. Because usually a lot of these game jams you have to make them with free assets you're not allowed to use. Like, you either have to make your own stuff or use free assets online. So like, there's all these artists looking for work, and then because there's so much to do, even if you have no experience, everyone wants somebody who's willing to do grunt work. And if you're new, you're obviously going to have to be willing to do grunt work, but you'll start learning the engine. If I was with a team and we needed someone to do grunt work, I'd be like, hey, we have to make 40 objects, and all of them have to have like a different, apparent to it. And I need you to go set this up, and then you would learn how to structure that in Unity, and then you'd do it 40 times, and then you'd be like, okay, come back, and now I need you to add this image to each of them, and then, you slowly learn these skills. Yep, if you want to get started with that was a long-winded answer. If you want to get started with game development, and you don't have any experience, you don't have any friends you could start a company with, you're just on your own, game jams are awesome. And there's also just a lot of intro to game development YouTube channels that will like get you started on like a 1-day project, and then a 2-day project, and then a 1-week project, and you'll like slowly build out Pong and stuff. So there's a lot of fun ways to learn. You gotta figure out what's best for you, though. As you can see, I'm kind of passionate about game development. I could talk about it for hours and hours. But it's been my career for the last 3 years, so that'll happen. Map is getting broad. What kind of game did you make, Exos? Our first game jam, we made a platformer. And it was awful. I barely had one level. I don't even think we submitted it at the end because it was so bad. And then our second game jam, we made a roguelike. Still no more Citadels, but we got these two here. Mine shaft. I'm gonna get killed doing that one on the Citadel. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit though. We'll see what happens. That's awesome, Ektos. It sounds like you're on the right path, man. That's exactly where I started, which is with game jams like that. Eventually, we got to the point where we wanted to just make something that wasn't limited by restrictions. When we started on that, we didn't have the intention of making it our first Steam release, but that's eventually what happened. But yeah, just keep with game jams until you feel like you're ready to just try something else. My biggest recommendation would just be do what makes you, like, follow what you're passionate about. There are going to be a lot of people that tell you how to do certain things, right and wrong, and there's plenty of advice people can give you and I can give you, but what's most important is never feel like you're forced to make something you don't want to make. Just make what you want to make, and we'll feel that through the game. We don't ever feel like you're required to ride a wave or make the game you don't want to make to appeal to a wider audience. Just make what you want to make. Yeah, that happened in one of our, in our second game jam when we did a roguelike. We had a roguelike that had like 6 or 7 weapons planned, and we ended up launching with like 3 of them. We had like a bunch of weapons, and we ended up launching with like only a bow and arrow, a fireball staff, and like a pistol or something. That's basically what happened in our first game jam too, man. Yeah, that's essentially what happened with us early on, is he's just like a way better coder than me, and like it got to the point where like I would have had to have gone to school and then like spent like years on the job to catch up to him, and then eventually like at that point he would have been like further ahead even more because he like was working full time at his coding job at the time. I was never very a talented coder. I did like web design, but like I don't know, I don't have a mind for coding or the patience for it. So at this point, he does all the code, and I'm just do like a lot of system designs. You know, I do a lot of the Unity grunt work. Like there are ways you can make yourself valuable, even if you're not as good as coding. And like there's always the coding grunt work that he would want done and stuff. So just like, you know, find your strengths elsewhere if you feel like you're falling behind in the coding. Or just keep working on your coding skill, and eventually you'll, you know, catch up. Alright, this is a juicy waystone. I imagine, I am calling it now. I am calling it now, we're gonna die. We'll see what happens.
playing this real slow. As long as nothing one-shots us, we're fine. Well, you're where I was when I started like 3 years ago, and you probably haven't ran too much into it yet, but there's going to be a lot of like, there's obviously really awesome people. Most people are in the game dev industry are going to be awesome, but there are a lot of gatekeeping weirdos out there who will tell you there's certain ways to do things, or you know, they'll make fun of you for the engine you're using, or the coding language you're using, or like your choices in art design and direction. Like, they're few and far between, but like it can get pretty gatekeeping. And yeah, just do you, man. Just do you. It's good that you're doing it with friends. I'm honestly not concerned with full clearing all the yellows. I just want to kill the Citadel boss. I'm so nervous about this juice map. Is this like a reduced flask map? I feel like I'm not getting any flash charges, but this map is like lacking serious density. There's a 640% waystone drop rate, so I just want to like get to Demonra and kill him and get my 3 fragments. Where'd he come from? He just blinked out of nowhere. It's so hard to see. Like, my biggest concern is how hard it is to see because of all the fire. That is making this like a slightly less fun. I mean, it's still a fun farming build. This is a great streaming mode because I'm able to look at chat all the time. I just need a better computer maybe, because I have to do that resolution downscaling stuff, or my computer lags too bad. But if I had a better computer, I might not have to do that resolution downscaling. I don't know though. Alright, boys. Let's see if we can get this Citadel boss or die like a goober. I like this fight though. One shot. Oh my god. He fucking one-shot me so fast. What? I gotta watch the VOD. I'm pretty sure that was just a basic auto attack. Oh yeah, he just fucking autoed me. He just fucking auto one-shot me. That's so funny. I knew I was gonna die. I didn't think it was gonna be like that though. Gotta risk it for the biscuit, boys. We move on to the next Citadel. Bro, he autoed me. I knew I was gonna die. I figured it was gonna be like the slam in his second phase. But he just literally just autoed me. Yeah, I gotta work on the. I gotta optimize the survivability in this build. I think I need more energy shield and sack some of the evasion, maybe down to like 80%, 85% base. I don't know. Get more energy shield. 755 is not enough. Because even if I was running Grim Feast there, I'd only have 1455, and I doubt that would have survived that one shot. But of course, that was an insanely juiced waystone. That was so funny. I can't believe he just autoed me like that. You guys got me wanting to try solo self-found now, though. Maybe I do try learning solo self-found shield charge. We got like at least a month, I bet, till 0.2, right?
Because they're not going to want to release 0.2 until this mini-league for PoE 1's done, right? Did I miss the thing? Is it over there? So I bet 0.2 is like late March at earliest. I bet I fucked myself. It's over there, isn't it? You know how many times I've done that? I was looking at chat and then walked up there too. I'm so ready for Druid. I don't know if I'm doing Druid first though. I might have to do Amazon first. Yeah, they're gonna wait until the league's done.
I'm out of mana.
Yeah, so I imagine before 0.2 I will do a solo Southbound run. Are we getting both Dagger and Spear? All I've heard was we're getting Spear. All I've heard is we're getting Spear, Druid, and Amazon. I'm just hoping there's some Thorns fixes. That's my biggest want, is some form of Thorns support. Thorns needs a little bit more love. I'm pretty good on gold though. I farmed over 5 million for my next few builds. I gotta stop running forward like this. I gotta stop rolling into things. This is not a roll forward build. I've built bad habits from Magma Barrier, because Magma Barrier always rolls forward and then I shield block. I'm like constantly rolling forward on Magma Barrier builds, and I'm just like, I've got that ingrained into me now. It's like a really bad habit where I'm just like always rolling forward. I gotta stop doing that. I shouldn't even be rolling with this build because I have such high movement speed and evasion. Like, I should just be running around. Like, I should only be rolling to dodge stuff, but like with Magma Barrier, you're just like, you're almost required to roll block. That's how it's set up. But I should like never be rolling with this build. I should just be walking back and forth like this and only rolling when I have to. Stay behind my totems. Like, this is a build you want to go side to side on while you like wait for mobs to push into you and not go forward. But I also like walk into a little nook too, so like... Dagger's probably coming with Shadow, I would imagine. I need swords though, I need my Cyclone. I imagine Cyclone is a sword build. Yeah, we need to revamp this build's survivability if this is going to be my farming build. It feels pretty safe overall, but the random one-shots do suck. But I bet I can clean that up with more energy shield. But I am also doing a bunch of Giga Juice maps right now. These are the hardest possible maps without being 16s. I gotta stop looking at chat while I'm in the middle of a fight. Yeah, Templar I'm hyped for because I imagine Flails and Templar are gonna have a lot of the Thorns stuff. Like, some people keep predicting Druid for Thorns, and that would be cool if we had a Porcupine Ascendancy, but I imagine if anything is going to have some Thorn stuff, it's going to be Templar, and I imagine Templar comes with stuff like Righteous Fire. So like Thorns or Templar in general is something I'm hyped for. It's crazy that they're trying to get all of that stuff out by the end of the year, though. Which there's no way they make that timeline. If they make that timeline, they're gods. Here I go, rolling forward.
Barely broke a sweat.
Yeah, I mean, like, I understand it would suck if it all got delayed a bunch, but, you know, I don't care. Make the game as good as you can, GGG. I know I'm going to be playing this the next 10 years, so y'all can cook as long as you need to cook. Do it as well as you can. No rush from me either. Listen, I've already put more hours into this game in early access than I have in most games I've played, so I've already got my money's worth. Though what I do wish is I wish they would have kept with that frequent balance patch stuff. I think, like, it's funny, like, you hear like all these people, especially like the content creators, complaining about how PoE2's got like nothing to do in it right now, and like they're upset that they stopped the balance patching, but they stopped the balance patching because of them. People were so like knee-jerk angry over that first patch where they nerfed the freeze builds. Like, there was so much outrage from that I guarantee you GGG was like, well, we can't do massive nerfs like that anymore because people are like losing their minds. But I feel like if they didn't have that, like, I feel like this would be so much more fun if there was weekly balance patches. But GGG probably lost all drive to do that when everyone lost their damn minds over that 0.11 patch. Or whatever it was that nerfed all those builds. Like, it's really sad that there's like we haven't gotten a lot of balance tweaks. The game could be in such a much healthier state build-wise with some more balance changes. Oh, he's up there. Cool. Yeah, it doesn't have to be weekly patches, but we haven't gotten a major balance patch or any real balance changes outside of like bug fixes and stuff since that one change. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a giga nerf, but I don't know. I guess the fault's more on GGG for getting too timid after that patch. They should have just kept slamming us with patches, I think. But I mean, I'm still, like, clearly most of us are still having lots of fun with the build or the game. I still am having fun just because I'm trying new builds all the time, at least. If I was sitting here just trying to push endgame constantly, I'd be bored. Yeah, I forgot that at the original start that we had the extremely cheap or more expensive respec cost. That they did nerf it into the ground. I also don't agree with their logic around not being able to change ascendancies.
Like they want people testing stuff in early access. And I also disagree with their logic that if we let you have both ascendancy swapping now, we can't take that back. Yes, you can. Just take it back later. That's not a hill I'm gonna die on about letting people respec ascendancies, but I know it's why a lot of my friends quit early on. They didn't like their ascendancy choice, and re-leveling was too much for them, the more casual ones. But obviously I've leveled plenty of characters. I got all 12 classes in endgame, so I'm not like afraid of leveling. I don't know what's next. Maybe I do solo self-found next. I just don't know what build I would do. My heart tells me shield charge, but my brain tells me it's not going to be easy, and I'm going to hate it. Maybe I do Bone Storm. Maybe I do a Bone Storm Blood Mage. I like Bone Storm. Oh, I'm dead. Nope. Got close though. Got stunned by those exploding turds. What do I do in solo self-arm if I don't do shield charge? Like, I'm definitely not doing anything like Molten Blast, Spark, Flicker Strike. None of the monk builds.
Nowhere to run.
All the monk builds are boring because they either depend on heralds or they depend on bell. And I don't like either of them. Oh wow, this is making me go ridiculous ways to get to the Citadel. Holy crap. I either gotta come down here or go up here. Part of me wants to go up here so I can get these. I need to look through skills real quick. I gotta think about what I want to play next. Like, do I try and make Thorns work again? I don't think it's happening. This is the only monk build I want to make something about, but it sucks.
Can be redirected as you move. It's very effective when combined.
I've already done ED Contagion builds. Bone Storm's
Hold
fun.
down the button for
Yeah, Thorns needs a lot more support. Like, I don't think I'm doing it better than my my Witch Hunter Thorns I've already done. Like, I could get it a little bit better, but not like enough to make it viable. Because they're just, yeah. Basically forced to play Warbringer. Firestorm seems fun, but
to rain flaming bolts upon your enemies. If there are ignited enemies around you when you cast Firestorm, you will consume their ignites to cast more powerful bolts. You can have only one Firestorm active at a time. cast Firestorm to rain flaming bolts upon your enemies. If there are ignited enemies around you when you cast Firestorm, you will
Like, the
consume
first
their
part is
ignites
fun,
to
but
cast
requiring
more powerful
ignited
bolts.
enemies for it to do more
You can have
damage,
only one Firestorm active at a time.
that's not fun. Because ignite
Cast
sucks.
Firestorm to rain flaming bolts upon your enemies. If there are ignited enemies around you when you cast Firestorm, you will consume their ignites to cast more powerful bolts. You can have only one Firestorm
Firestorm's
active
hit
at a
rate's
time.
terrible, gotcha.
Cast
If it didn't
Firestorm to rain
require a
flaming
consuming
bolts upon your
ignite to be
enemies.
good, to
If
do
there
more,
are
I would be
ignited enemies
interested,
around you
but
when you cast Firestorm,
not interested.
stand inside a Mana Tempest to empower your spells with extra
What the
lightning
fuck is
chains,
this?
projectiles, and damage. The storm drains your mana and will drain faster the more spells you cast. Stand inside a Mana Tempest to empower
Yeah.
your... Use... Lightning Conduit calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you. If an enemy is shocked, this skill will consume the shock to deal even more damage. Target close to your character to dodge backwards as you cast. Lightning Conduit calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you. If an enemy is shocked, this skill will consume the shock to deal even more damage. Target close to your character to dodge
That's
backwards
cool
as you
looking, but I
cast.
doubt it's very good.
Lightning Conduit calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you. If an enemy is shocked, this skill will consume the shock.
The problem I
to
have
deal
with these
even
abilities is
more
that, like,
damage.
they do more stuff
Target
when
close
that
to
thing
your
is shocked.
character
It
to
prevents
dodge
you from
backwards as
doing,
you
like,
cast.
3 dragons
Lightning
builds.
Conduit calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you. If an enemy is shocked, this skill will consume the shock to deal even more damage. Target close to your character to dodge backwards as you cast. Lightning
I don't think that's gonna be good.
Solar Orb.
I wouldn't mind making a... Where is it? A Flame Blast build work, but I don't
Hold
want to
down
do
the
it with
button
Solar
for Flame
Orb.
Blast to
I would
prime a
only
large
want to do
fiery
Flame
explosion.
Blast.
The longer you hold it, the more powerful the detonation. If you have placed a solar orb, you can cast the spell.
Yeah, I wouldn't
from
want to
the
do a
orb's
Solar
location
Orb
instead.
version. I would only want to do a Flame Blast version.
Hold down the button for Flame Blast to prime a large, fiery explosion. The longer you hold it, the more powerful the detonation. If you have placed a solar orb, you can cast the spell from the orb's location instead. Hold
I don't
down the
think this
button
will
for
work.
Flame Blast to prime a large...
Lightning Conduit has the highest damage in the
Lightning
game, does it
Conduit
really?
calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you. If an enemy is shocked, this skill will consume the shock. Lightning Conduit calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you.
Plus 1
If
second
an
to
enemy
total
is
cast
shocked,
time.
Lightning Conduit calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you.
20% chance
If
on
an
consuming
enemy
a
is
shock
shocked,
on an enemy to
This skill
reapply
will
it.
consume the
Interesting.
shock to deal even more damage. Target close to your character.
Like
to
this
dodge
skill,
backwards
this
as you
skill
cast.
looks cool, but like
Lightning Conduit calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you. If an enemy is shocked, this skill will consume the shock to deal even more damage. Target close to your character to dodge backwards as you cast. Lightning Conduit calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you.
I don't know.
If
This
an
seems
enemy
cool.
is shocked, this skill will consume
No,
the
I don't
shock
like
to
Hammer
deal
of the
even
Gods
more
builds. I
damage.
don't like builds that just
Target
one-shot
close to your
content.
character to dodge backwards as you cast. Lightning Conduit calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you. If an enemy is shocked, this skill will consume the shock to deal even more damage. Target close to your character to dodge backwards as you cast.
Oh, is it a popular
Lightning
style
Conduit
proper?
calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you. If an enemy is shocked, this
My
skill
first
will
want to
consume
do
the
this
shock
would be to
deal
go
even
like
more
a
damage.
Chronomancer
Target
cast
close to your
speed
character
version of
to
this.
dodge backwards as you cast. Lightning Conduit calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you. If an enemy is shocked, this skill will consume the shock to deal even more damage. target close to your character to dodge backwards as you cast. Lightning
Because
Conduit
Chronomancer
calls
has
down
that,
lightning
like,
upon enemies in front of you.
cast speed buff.
If an enemy is shocked, this skill will consume
And then you
the
just
shock
time
to deal
stop
even more
bosses and
damage.
you just like spam cast it
Target
with
close to your
cast
character
speed.
to dodge backwards as you cast. Lightning Conduit calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you. If an
Oh,
enemy
gotcha,
is
Exos,
shocked,
yeah.
this skill will consume the shock to deal
Oh, it's the
even
most
more damage.
popular Archmage Stormweaver
Target
build?
close to your
Gotcha.
character to dodge backwards as you cast. Lightning
I have not
Conduit
played with it,
calls
so maybe
down
I'd try it on
lightning
Chronomancer
upon
just for the
enemies in
lulz,
front of you.
even if it's not to make a
If
build.
an enemy
It
is
looks
shocked,
fun.
This skill will consume the shock to deal
I like
even
how it
more
chains
damage.
to the mobs. It
Target
seems very
close to your
powerful for
character
mapping.
To dodge backwards as you cast. Lightning Hold
A
down the
Flame
button
Blast
for
Pathfinder
flame
might be
blast to
fun,
prime
though. Or a
large
Inferno
fiery
is.
explosion. The longer you hold it, the more powerful the
These two spells are on my interested list right now. I just feel like I've just tried most stuff now. All the mace skills. Like, I don't think I want to do a totem build.
will attack for you using mace skills that you have.
I just did a totem build. I'm not about it. I'm not
leaves
like
jagged
Stampede
ground
seems
on
okay, but
Hailstorm bolts accumulate over time, even when they aren't loaded. Firing this skill.
what was that? What?
Hailstorm bolts accumulate over time. Even
Oh,
when
it
they
just
aren't
zoomed
loaded.
in on the
Firing this skill launches all accumulated bolts at once.
What?
Hailstorm bolts accumulate over time, even when they aren't loaded. Firing this skill launches all accumulated bolts at
Interesting.
once. Hailstorm bolts accumulate over time, even when they aren't.
Yeah, I don't know much about bow builds. I don't have much experience
Tornado
with them.
shot whips up a tornado where it lands, damaging and slowing enemies. Projectiles you shoot into the tornado are split up and spat out. Tornado shot whips up a tornado where it lands, damaging and slowing enemies. Projectiles you shoot into the tornado are split up and spat out.
I'll do like a
Tornado shot
tornado shot, weapon swap into like repeater, or whatever it is, rapid shot. That might be funny.
Rapid shot heats up your crossbow as you continue to shoot, dealing more damage the hotter it.
And it might just be solo self-found time. We might be at the point where I've tried as many builds as I willingly want to. We might be reaching that limit where it's like, oh, it's 0.2 time. Let's do solo self-found. Oh, I've seen plasma
Siege
fast
Cascade
builds.
fires a bolt at each enemy in the target area. The bolts rain down, burrow into the ground, and explode. Siege Cascade fires a bolt at each enemy in the target area. The bolts rain down, burrow into the ground, and cluster grenades. Shock burst rounds explode if they hit a shocked enemy. You can reload manually, but
Yeah, I'm not gonna play
shock burst rounds. Glacial bolts create walls of ice. These
Huh.
ice crystals will explode if they take enough
That's
damage.
a weird skill. Yeah, I don't know. This is
Whirling
the
Assault
only
deals a-
quarterstaff skill that
Whirling
interests
Assault
me, but
deals a
because
lot
it
of
doesn't
small
scale
hits
with area of
and
effect,
can be redirected as you move.
range, like you can't make it
It's
a
very
bigger
effective when
torn
combined
whirl.
with skills that trigger.
I lose interest.
Whirling Assault deals a lot of small hits. Tornado shot whips up a tornado tornado where it lands, damaging and slowing enemies. Projectiles you shoot into the tornado are split up and spat out. Tornado shot whips up a tornado where it lands, damaging and slowing enemies. Shock Chain Arrow will hone in on shocked enemies. Upon hit,
Like, I don't understand the design direction of this skill here. I really want to make Tempest Caller work, but you trigger Elemental Storm on critical hit. But then Elemental Storm does no critical hit damage. So it's like you have to either invest so much into crit and make your storm do nothing, or you have to use like only high fire rate spells, like Spark, where eventually one of them's gonna crit to proc it. Like, I really want to make Elemental Storm work, but it just seems like such a backwards ass spell. Like, why are you making me build crit to spawn a spell that can't crit? Cannot deal critical hits, so just can't deal crits. So like, outside of Spark, what would you pair this with? Like, I don't want to do Spark with this. It has to be spells, so you wouldn't be able to do Molten Blast with it. Like maybe Eye of Winter? Maybe you're spamming Eye of Winter because it does so many little projectiles. One of them's like inevitably going to crit, which then spawns the Snowstorm. So then you can invest purely into cold damage, very little in the crit. And then hopefully this just gets Giga Amp damage. Or I was trying to do an Ignite version with it earlier. Well, depends on which one of these kill, because if we want a ability that's going to guarantee crits per cast. We don't care how much damage the ability does, because all that matters is it crits, and then we scale whatever elemental type this is going to spawn as. You can see I was trying it with Arctic Armor. I was trying to do a fire Arctic Armor build, though. It didn't work. I think Eye of Winter might be the play.
Need mana.
Because you wouldn't even, like... The mana's gonna be a problem, of course. Well, no, it wouldn't be a problem, because I could build, like... You're not trying to scale Eye of Winter's damage at all. You're just trying to get it out the crit. So, like, you would just do, like... What is it like? What's the one that spawns 2 of them? Yeah, and then with Eye of Winter, we can do the one where it sends out 2 of the projectiles. So you'll get 3 of them out. I don't know if I have the spirit gems for this right now. Like, we probably don't care about its damage at all. So you get shit like Pierce. Is it Cascade? Unleash. Is it Unleash? Does... What's Fireball's base crit? Because the base critical hit also matters a lot. Because Eye of Winter is 12. What is Fireball? What is Fireball? Fireball's 7%. Yeah, Fireball's 7% base crit.
Launching a nova of smaller fireballs. Fireball explodes on impact, launching a nova of smaller fireballs.
I've used Eye of Winter before and sent out 2 of them. I don't remember how.
Need mana.
I gotta buy more rank 3 spirit gems off stream.
No mana.
I think you just send these out, they get the crits, and then you have Elemental Storm juice as much as possible. Obviously, you wouldn't be doing Ignite because you'd be doing the cold version. Alright, we're gonna have to visit this tomorrow. Because I'm gonna have to like go buy a bunch of support gems and like figure out the gearing for this, but expect maybe something coming from this. Because yeah, maybe I just had it backwards. Because last time I was trying this build, I never made a video about it. I gave up on this. But as you can see here, I was trying to do 3 dragons. I think, am I even wearing my... Yeah, I'm wearing my 3 dragons, so you can still see what I was doing. I was trying to do 3 dragons, Arctic Armor Reflect, to spawn Elemental Storms, Fire Elemental Storms that were, like, doing Ignite damage, and clearly that didn't work. But now I can, like, ditch all of this crit stuff. Like, this one for sure gets dropped. Because we don't need critical damage bonus at all. We just need... If we put anything in the crit, it'll be critical hit chance, like here. But I don't even think we need critical hit chance. At least we're mapping. I think we'll just want to Giga Amp the cold damage. Because I don't think we do 3 dragons with this version. Not with how I'm currently looking to set this up. It won't be 3 dragons. It'll just be amping my cold damage as high as possible. The cool thing about this item, or this ability, is Elemental Storm. Well, I think I get the 5 link at level 90, so I'm going to have to level... What level am I? I'm 86, so I'll have to get like 4 levels before I can use the 5 link, I think, which sucks. I might have to level him as a spark real fast or something. But the cool thing I was trying to say about the spell is it is lightning, cold, and fire. And there's a lot of ways you can level lightning, cold, and fire skills with Like there's a +6 fire skill neck. And that like that has the ignite punish, but since we won't be actually using ignite or fire skills, it will never actually punish us. So we'll have that neck for +6 skills that will boost elemental storms damage. The 5 link with only like we'll probably end up putting magnified effect in it, I imagine. But also like you can put cold mastery in it for +1. Once we get to a 5 link, slap a magnified effect into this, get some Giga spell damage. I think Archmage is boosting its damage. Yes, it is. So we will be running Archmage for sure, probably. Maybe not, though. How much is it boosting the cold version? Yeah, it's boosting it a lot. We probably have to run Archmage. Yeah, probably a few crit nodes. Like, there's the crit nodes here that are really easy to, that are really close to get. But I think it'll be like a lot of area effect stuff like this. We drop all the ignite stuff. Spell damage stuff. There's very little crit, and then... I don't know if we can get 40 because there is no... whatever it's called for this. Prism of Belief. There's no Prism of Belief for a lot of these skills like this. So you could get +7 on staff or like wand offhand, and then at most +6 on necklace if you had a max roll of that fire neck, which I don't know if I'll be able to afford a +6. I have no idea what they cost, but I imagine they're a lot. So that would be what, like +13? Why is this... Oh, is this count as a spell skill? Oh, it is a spell skill. So my +3 spells is boosting this too. Nice. So this does boost it, or is. It's been a while since I played this build, so I forgot how I was building it. I was also looking for my 5-link Arctic armor the other day, and I couldn't remember what character it was on. It would either be that or Fireball, but again,
explodes on impact.
Fireball could be good, but the problem is it is 7% crit hit chance. I think that just makes Eye of Winter, like 5% crit hit chance is so much more. If it's literally just the end... Ooh, what about Firestorm, though?
To rain flaming bolts.
No, there's no way that's better than Eye of Winter.
Use Lightning Warp to teleport it. Ember Fusillade conjures moat.
I think it has to be a Frost spells because their base crit is just the highest. If I'm not wanting to invest into crit and just invest into pure spell damage to make the AoE storm do as much as possible,
Eye of Winter is a moving storm that launches.
Then we don't want to put anything in the crit if possible. We would literally only want to put like the minimum, which would be at most this section right here. I don't think we'd want any more crit than this. So like, obviously this has to go. Like, this is pointless for this build. This isn't bad, but I don't think it's worth pathing down here for. I don't think you can triple mastery. If I recall, last time I tried triple mastery, it didn't work. Let's see if I have any of the other mastery to check. What the fuck? Why do I have 6 physical masteries? Oh, it did work. I could have sworn I tested it recently and it didn't work. What did I test it on that it didn't work? I could have sworn. I don't know. So, okay. So then it would be potentially wet level, at level 90 when you get the... I believe you get a 5 link in these kind of skills at 90. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's 90. If it's at 90, then we get one more spell skill from Fire Mastery at 90, Controlled Destructions, 30% damage, I feel like persistence is needed, unless I just get a lot of skill effect duration stuff. I don't know what other skill gems potentially. There's a lot to test for it. Obviously, controlled destruction is huge because we're not critting with the tornado, and it's 30% more damage with hits. But obviously, magnified effect is so nice for it. Like when I was running it with magnified effect, like the radius was so huge. Do I have magnified effect on me? I'm out of skill gem, so there we go. Let me see if I can show you guys what it was looking like.
Time is of the essence.
Let's find a bit dumb map here. I don't even know if I'll survive this because my character's missing gear. This is without like me having area of effect jewels and stuff, but see if we can get one of the things to spawn. Of course, I'm fighting range mobs that are not gonna. Oh, right, I've got Eye of Winter. Let's try and get the crit with Eye of Winter. I don't have the mana for this. Lol. Give me a crit. Show me the tornado. I just want to see the tornado. Yeah, I'm missing 2 pieces of gear. I'm like, no damage, no life. I'm not proccing a single tornado. Do I have? I do have it up. Let me put inevitable crit into it. I just want to see the tornado proc. What if it's on skill? Inevitable crit. Do I have one? Oh, you can't even put that in Eye of Winter. Oh, I have to already have it in something, apparently. Oh, it was in my Arctic Armor. That's funny. Yeah, of course, that's why I was in. I was doing an Arctic Armor crit build. Okay. Alright, let's see if this will proc the tornadoes. If it procs the tornadoes, we might have something we can build off for tomorrow.
Need mana. Out of mana.
Am I literally just never critting? Am I misremembering how the skill worked? Trigger Elemental Storm on a critical hit with spells. My critical hit chance with Eye of Winter right now is 34%. There's no way it's not critting. Why isn't it spawning a single tornado? What's happening? It's not spawning a single tornado. It's 100% chance on a crit if I recall. Huh. Am I forgetting something with how it works? Trigger Elemental Storm on critical hit with spells. Like that had to have been critting. I don't understand. Is it because it's not like I'm not the one critting, it's the eye critting, it's functioning as its own thing? Let me try a couple different spells to see if I can get any of them to spawn a tornado. I feel like it should have 100% spawned a tornado there, though. Like, I had 34% crit. One of those shards would 100% have critted any of those mobs. So it's like maybe Eye of Winter's bugged with the interaction. Doesn't help that I'm like a half-naked character that keeps dying to everything I touch.
No mana. Wild beast.
okay. I mean, it took forever, but we eventually got a spark crit.
Out of mana.
I'm about to die. I'm about to die. Of course, I'm fighting like fast, chasey leap guys when I'm trying to test this. Come on, give me more mana for Eye of Winter. I need to turn off Archmage, so I have better mana.
No mana.
I'm gonna die for sure. I don't have the cast speed to get off a spell. I need to find like a better way to test stuff. This rank level 1 maps isn't working. Let's go to like Act 3. Let's go to Jungle Rune, sure. Obviously shouldn't be testing stuff on naked characters. I'm just trying to force this interaction to proc.
No mana.
Let me take off Free Dragons in case it's fucking with the interaction weirdly. Oh. Well, there it goes. It popped one storm.
Out of mana.
It's just such a bogus design that you have to crit to proc it, but it doesn't crit. Because I'm guessing what's happening is the entire spell, it's not each fragment that has a chance to crit. It's the entire spell either crits or it doesn't crit. Because right there, if I have as high as a crit as I thought I would, oh, well there, it proc towards the end of that, so maybe not. Huh.
Need mana. Back to creature.
So it is working, it's just... It says my Eye of Winter has a 34% critical hit chance right now. But it feels like it's way lower than that. If it's a 100% chance to proc, I feel like it'd be procking so much more. Or like a 100% chance to proc on a single crit.
Out of mana.
Like, it's crazy that I didn't get a single proc with all those sparks. So, like, at least one of those had to crit. Like, the fact that none of those have crit is crazy. Like, that one, we got a crit there.
Victory is mine.
I'm not sure. That might have been what was happening because it was proccing at the end of it. But yeah, as you can see here, I was trying to make a build work with this thing, and it's got some interesting problems to overcome. I don't know how to. It's just so weird. Why would it proc off crits but not crit? Because, like, you feel stupid speccing into crit to get this up. Because if you want Elemental Storm to be a majority of the damage, you don't want to be into crit. It's just a very poorly designed ability. Like compared to everything else in the game, this just feels so whack. What works with this? Is there any elemental storm builds out there? Maybe I just like look at a couple tonight to see if anyone made it work without it being like a meme. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking before of this build. Hey, what's up, Woot Link? Yeah, at one point I was doing stuff to reduce its cooldown. It's got a 2-second cooldown. I had a bunch of jewels that were cooldown reduction at one point, I think. And then I had a bunch of duration increase stuff, but... like, I'll send out multiple orbs and it won't proc. I just don't know what ability, like, if you want this to be not just like supplementary damage, but if you want this to be the core of the build, I don't know how you build for it. Especially since it's only spells crits that count. Like, it has to be a spell. Oh yeah, it's a lot shorter cooldown because of the Rain Dancer upgrade. 150% cooldown reduction. Yeah, this one's a puzzling one. That's what I was trying to do with Arctic Armor. But... there has to be a way to make it work. We're sleeping on something, boys. There's probably not something that'll make it work. It's probably a Hode skill.
Ball lightning projectile. Use. Stand inside a mana tempest to empower your spells with extra lightning chains, projectiles, and damage. The storm drains you.
I feel like Eye of Winter was our
Eye of Winter
best bet
is a moving storm
to
that launches-
chain that spell. It says right here on the passive, trigger Elemental Storm on critical hit with spells. That's why I believe it, because this line right here specifically says spells.
Hold down the button for Bone Storm to conjure a mass of bone spikes above you. Upon release, these projectiles deal physical damage and increase the damage those enemies take from attacks.
Alright,
If you
here's the
have power
question,
charges,
boys.
The Bone Storm shards will explode.
Is there a
in
way
much
to make
larger
Bone
area.
Storm do elemental damage?
Hold down the button for Bone Storm to conjure a mass of bone spikes above you. Hold down the button for Bone Storm to conjure a mass of bone spikes above you. Upon release, these projectiles deal physical damage and increase the damage those
If we can
enemies
make
take
Bone
from
Storm do elemental damage
have
using
power
Bone Storm with
the
Snake
Bone
Pit
Storm
Pearl
shards
Ring,
will explode in a much
we could
larger
farm
area.
crits with that spell to get the
Hold down
elemental
the button
storm.
for Bone Storm
The
to
problem
conjure a
is,
mass of
Bone
spikes
Storm only
above
does
you.
physical damage, so
Upon
how
release,
do we get
these
this spell
projectiles deal physical
to do
damage
just
and
one
increase the damage
instance
those enemies take
of
from
any
attacks.
elemental damage? Even if it was
If
just
you have
one
power
elemental
charges,
damage.
The Bone Storm shards will
Of cold,
explode
lightning,
in a
or
much
fire. Doesn't
larger
matter which
area.
one to me.
Hold down the button
Cold
for
would be
Bone
the
Storm
coolest.
to conjure a mass of bone spikes above you. Upon release, these projectiles...
Do the infusion spells work on Bone Storm? I've never tried. I don't think they would they? Bone Storm. I think the infusion spells are just attacks, right? Yeah, supported attacks, so when I go in there. Yeah. How do we get elemental damage on Bone Storm? Avatar of Fire? What's that? Is that like a passive? Or is it one of these things? Nope. You say passive tree? Where is it? Down here. Titan's got a bunch of fire stuff. 75% of damage converted to fire damage.
Hey, boss, don't play on that.
There's no way this would work. But it's worth trying, maybe. Like, it would work, but it won't be good, is what I'm saying. Because part of what makes Bone Storm good is these nodes here. But you could still maybe use Snake Pit with it. Huh. Do you know if, like, passives like Path of Flame, which is just 18% fire damage, does that, like, work, like, after the fact with stuff like Avatar of Flame? Because I know sometimes stuff like that doesn't work. Avatar of Fire, Woot Link. If this works, you're a genius. It's more than likely not going to work, but we're going to try it. Probably tomorrow because I'm falling asleep, but... How the fuck do I get back to my hideout from here? You think it does? Cool. Yeah, it's always 50-50 on these things. It's always 50-50, Eknos.
Speak.
So we have like a lot of points going this way. And there's some fire stuff on the way this way. We've got these nodes, like we can... I'm Ignite based right now. I was doing a wild as... Oh, you can type /hideout? Nice, I didn't realize that. Some fire stuff here, let's... Some fire stuff here, some fire stuff here, some fire stuff here. And then we want area of effect stuff for this build too, so that's on the way. It's obviously going to be a very meme build, but if it can clear like 15 maps, it doesn't have to clear bosses, because it's just a fun build. But if it can clear Waystone 15 bosses, not bosses, but like maps, that's always fun enough. Yeah, we would just take back all these for sure. Like, obviously with, if we use Snake Pit Pearl Wing having split shot, well, we could just anoint it. Maybe that's what we anoint. That might be the anoint, to be honest. If we end up running Snake Pit, which we probably will. Because Snake Pit will get, like... Well... We'll have to see. Where's cooldown reduction? Because how low can we get the cooldown? Because the cooldown being too low, or not low enough, makes like Bone Storm slightly worse for it. Like, we'll always get the crit with each cast, but will each cast spawn a new tornado is the question. Which I think it should. It'll be worth finding out. Okay, so we might keep those for defensives later. We are doing a fire version, so we don't need those. We'll keep those for now. We'll keep that for now, just to test. This is area of effect, but we don't really need it. Get rid of these ignite ones. What's this? Oh, my Arctic Armor +3.
Step closer to.
Yeah, this was just all area of effect to make the area bigger on the thing. Okay. Well, I'm tired. It's midnight. I will probably be streaming sometime midday tomorrow. I'll be back. We'll see if this build, like, is at least semi-funny. It's a cool idea. If this works, Sweet Link and Ectos, you guys help me cook up something pretty fun. Avatar of Fire. Yeah, there's, like, no way it's going to be, like, a viable, like, Waystone, like, bossing build. But it could be funny as fuck, so that's what we play the game for, right? Oh, right, I don't even need these ignite ones. I need the fire damage ones.
Legend.
Go on.
A
We'll go ahead and take these ones. Avatar of Fire. So I know we would just want to go this way. We'd be getting as many jewels as possible. Do these have fire damage? These are ignite magnitude and ignite, so no, we would not want to path up there. So we definitely want to path through here. But pathing through here also gets us like more jewel opportunities. It's possible that jewels would be like the best way to amp this build's damage. Because on jewels we can get crit stuff and fire damage stuff and spell damage stuff. Where is it? Here? So I think you would cut up here now. Oh, we don't even need these nodes. These nodes kind of suck. This is just all ignite stuff. I think you'd go here to get that jewel probably, but we'll hold off on that for now. Now the question is, do we come down here to get these area nodes? Where's some skill effect duration? I know there's some skill effect duration. These are the effect of auras. Skill effect duration and spell damage here. So we'll definitely come down here. We would want these for sure. I don't care about that right now. Like these are all, like all of these fire damage nodes do ignite stuff, and I'm not even really caring about ignite right now. Skill effect duration. Those are. What the fuck's a link skill? What the fuck's a link skill? Okay, Link skill's not out yet? Thanks, Sweet Link. Yeah, I want to get those nodes. But there's nothing like here that's great. Like, maybe I don't know if I'm going to run auras with this build. Same. I was making Black Flame work in my flamethrower build, but it just wasn't fun enough. I just don't think these are worth going for until I know if I'm going to be running a curse or not, an aura or not. Like, obviously these crit stuff would be nice just for the extra crit stuff, but is there more skill effect duration? That's reduced skill effect. This is increase. Oh, that sounded fun, Loot Link. Yeah, I did 2 of the Black Flame rings when I was doing the flamethrower spell, Incinerate. Yeah, I remember that on Choir of Storm, maybe. What is it called again? Choir of the Storm. Wait, because you just gave me an idea by bringing that up. PoE 2. What is the critical strike chance of that greater lightning bolt? Because what if I didn't... Like, what... My question with the Choir of the Storm is now... Well, you lose 3 spell skills while doing that, so that is a damage nerf to that ability. But... If you did normal Bone Storm with no elemental damage, and it just crit on its own, so you just did a normal crit Bone Storm, will the greater lightning bolts have a chance to crit well enough to where them critting will spawn my tornadoes to where, like, you don't need to... Because right now we're having to put a lot into Avatar of Fire. It's 10%. Yeah, because right now we're having to do a lot into Avatar of Fire to make Bone Storm do elemental damage for this. But if we could use Bone Storm to channel crits through the Amulet of the Choir of the Storm, that saves us a lot of passive points. We don't have to put anything into fire damage. We would put everything into lightning damage then.
A new realm of power.
Let's see if this works first. I guess I don't have any of the support gems set up that will make it, like, fly around and stuff, so this won't be the easiest test. Oh, it's... Bros, it's working. Bros, it's working. Bros. These are the moments that you guys don't get to see off a stream where it's like... You test a concept with no investment into it. We don't have any gear spent yet. We just wanted to see if the interaction worked. And now we know it's working. Oh, yeah. Arctic armor proc that one, that's so funny.
Die, forgotten.
And this is without doing Snake Pit. If we had Snake Pit, we'd have more projectiles out and stuff, and it'd be like, I think it'd be like 100% chance to crit. But the fact that it's doing the fire damage and it's doing this, like, yeah. This is the next build, boys. Look at that. Look at it. Yeah, boys. Yeah. Oh, man. This game is so much fun. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Just have a silly goose time. Just have a silly goose time and you'll have fun. Oh, man. Who would have thought that... Alright. It's not working yet. Calm down, calm down, calm down. It's just a proof of concept. We have to get it through 15 maps. Unfortunately, I'm falling asleep in my chair, so we're not going to be able to do much more tonight. But I will be streaming probably tomorrow. Not probably, I will be streaming tomorrow. And I will be trying to see if we can optimize this. I can't believe it's working. Like, I'm curious how low we can get the cooldown, because right now, I'm noticing, I don't know if it's the cooldown that's completely fucking me, but right now the cooldown is 2 seconds. Is there cooldown stuff? Cooldown. This is reduced cooldown. Oh, this isn't cooldown recovery, but it's less skill or effect duration. We don't want that. It might just be cooldown on gems. I know you can get 4% on gems. I don't. I haven't put any support gems in it yet. I have all. I've done plenty of. You can get it to nothing with Temporalis. I've never used Temporalis yet, but no, I haven't put any support gems in here. I was just wanting to do a proof of concept to see if the fire damage conversion of Bone Storm could proc the tornado clouds. But tomorrow will be the figuring out how to optimize that. Bone Fire Nado, Bone Firestorm. Boner Stormer. Boner Stormer. No, we're not doing Boner Stormer. Grow up. You're an adult. But yeah, we're probably going to be rocking Snake Pit Pearl Ring. I imagine we're going to rock Snake Pit Pearl Ring, and then we're going to anoint Split Shot. I imagine we're going to anoint Split Shot and run Snake Pit Pearl Ring. Just get as many projectiles out as possible. It burns when I bow. Come on. That's so cool, though. Yeah, you do non-fire damage, so you're basically doing non-fire damage. That's why, like, the choir necklace one would have been a cool addition. But I think I like this. This is, like, such a weird build that if we can pull off clearing Waystone 15s... which we might be able to. Burning Bone Storm, Burning Storm. Burning Storm. Yeah, with some, like, and like with Bone Storm, we wouldn't really care about its damage, so we would put like crit stuff into it.
all of the like quality of life cast speed stuff, so like we could get it to where it's basically always going to crit with some of its projectiles, with Snake Pit Pearl Ring and the forking going on. That's not what I'm concerned about. I've also got 5 links to a Bone Storms I can just slap in. I'm just curious if, like, is this going to be the build that I have to get a Temporalis for? Because the cooldown reduction, like, if... My question is, would Temporalis actually make the cooldown on this 0 seconds to the point that, like, every single projectile from Bone Storm could all be proccing their own individual storms? Or will it always be one Bone Storm cast? No matter how many projectiles goes out, summons one tornado. Because if it was literally 0 seconds with Temporalis, and every single projectile had a chance to spawn one of those firestorms, that's like huge. So this like might actually be the first build where I like feel tempted to test it with Temporalis. I just have no idea what they cost right now. What is a Temporalis? Should be a storm for every bone that crits. What is the cheapest temp? So that's not something we're ever going to test. I don't know if I've seen over 300 divines in my time of playing this game. And the cheapest ones for 300 divines, so. But if it was every single bone had a chance to proc it, it made it have a 0.10 millisecond. Well, that time could be the time it takes for some of the bones to hit stuff. Either way, though, we don't need multiple storms per cast as long as we're, like, casting. If we can get it to, like, less than a second to where we're, like, every cast, even, like, a mini cast, like, even when you do, like, a small cast, I don't know, I think we can make it work. Oh. Yeah, because right now I have Lightning Mastery and Cold Mastery in here. I didn't even realize there was a Ellie skills staff. Collapsing Warzone Worm Quarterstaff. Collapsing Horizon Worm Quarterstaff. Interesting. Longest load screen on the planet. Oh, sorry, I just now saw your message, dog person. I don't like taking items from... Which of those guys invited me? I didn't see which one it was. Was it this guy or the first guy? It was this guy. I got one for cheap. I don't like taking stuff from viewers because, yeah, it makes the builds feel weird.
I need to get my dex up to 116.
What is it?
A new.
I hope I have enough points to get it up to 116. I should be able to use all of my stuff still. What am I at? Almost there. Yeah, I still got enough in it. I'm in a half-naked character, so not having stats sucks right now, but this is just a science test right now. Okay. Level 39, wow. Wow-wa-wee-wa. Wow-wa-wee-wa. And that was a significant damage boost. Goes from 3,000 to, from 1,600 to 3,000. And then, yeah, you have the +6 fire damage necklace. Cool. Well, I appreciate you telling me about this staff, because I had no idea this thing even existed. That's just huge. But yeah, because I was bitching about this thing, about this ability earlier because there's no Prism of Belief for it, so that made it harder to scale. But this thing also has crit on it. Oh, I don't know if the crit hit on this quarterstaff actually, I don't think it applies to the spell, so never mind. My spells, so never mind. Yeah, I doubt this is going to stick around. I think gem skill levels need like a complete redesign in like how they're scaling, because it's really dumb that like some of the skills, like once they hit like above level 30, they start like exponentially scaling, and then some skills like the mana cost gets tanked by them. It's a lot. Okay, I think that's what we're doing tomorrow though. I think tomorrow is we're setting up a Bone Storm fire triggering of Elemental Storm. Now, does 3 dragons have a place in this, though? I doubt it, but we can make it as stupid as we want, right? Where's, Let me teleport someplace. I already tried Arctic Armor doing that, and it was just, I didn't like it. That's how I was first doing this build, was with Arctic Armor trying to trigger it, and it just wasn't good enough. I was, like, dying too much and stuff. Oh, I don't have enough, I'm right, I tanked my intellect, and I don't have enough for Bone Storm. Yeah, if we use 3 dragons, then the +6 fire skills neck won't kill us with ignite then. We just gotta use a lower skill gem level Bone Storm for now.
Hey, boss, don't play on that.
Fuck's Bone Storm. Yeah, I mean, we don't need Ignite at all, so, like, it shocking is just good. Like, Ignite does nothing. Ignite's so bad, we're not speccing into it. So it's possible 3 dragons might work here. Where's my nader? Where's my tornado? How come I stopped spawning tornadoes? What interaction has broke my tornadoes spawning? Those are the 3 dragons. Why do you take 3 dragons back off? Bone Storm's 15% chance to crit. And when I was just testing it, like 5 minutes ago, it was procking like basically every Bone Storm. So now it's not procking. So is the staff what broke it? Or is it the helmet? Or am I just, like, did I just get super unlucky string of no crits? It was just casting like every cast almost though when we were just testing it. What changed? Why isn't it proccing now? It was just proccing so much. Am I tripping? I took the staff off and it instantly procced. I took the staff off and it procced twice in a row. I took the staff off and it procced 3 times in a row. 4 times in a row. Oh. I think you're right. I think because I just have no gear on, it's costing a certain amount of mana. Because look, I'll release the Bone Storm and I'll lose mana. So I think it might just be tanking my mana. Yep. I think you're right. I think it's mana cost. I just can't do this in my naked ass set. It doesn't even say a mana cost on it, but I guarantee you that's it. Is there a mana cost that I'm not seeing? Oh, it'd be on this thing. 531 mana. I have more than that. But I guess not. I guess yeah, it's definitely a mana thing. So once I have better gear, it'll be fixed. Like, I'm just not wearing any good gear right now. This character's naked. That's just it. Yeah, it's 531 right now. But yeah, and we can get this even higher. But yeah, I just gotta fix my gear. There's something here, boys. There's something here. What we do with it tomorrow, I'm not sure. Whether it's with Arctic Armor, Bone Storm, but I am now reinvigorated for making a Elemental Storm build. Can someone confirm to me if you know at level 90 this goes to a 5-link? Am I going to be, like, disappointed if I level this character to 90 and it doesn't turn into a 5-link? Because that's the biggest question mark I have. Because if I want to make a build for this, I'll want the 5-link. But if I know there's no 5-link, then I'll just make a build without it. The 5-link. But obviously the 5-link would be huge. That's what I was trying to cast originally proper. For some reason, Eye of Winter was, like, really bad for proccing it. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, maybe it was just the crit was being rolled and being snapshot from the initial cast of the orb or something. But when I was spamming Eye of Winter, I was getting like no procs. That's why I started testing out Bone Storm, was because I was just getting way more procs with Bone Storm. Eye of Winter was my first thing I tested. I don't know why it just wasn't working at all. I even put Inevitable Crit into it to make it crit more, and it just wasn't proccing it. So yeah, that's why we're trying to fire Bone Storm. And yeah, cool. It's a cool direction. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed, guys. It's late. It's almost. I wanted to go to bed 2 hours ago. It's fucking almost 1 o'clock now. I will be streaming tomorrow. If you guys want to hang out, it'll probably be like a midday-ish stream after lunch. And we'll see if we can do something with this build. It's cool though. But thanks for the idea, guys. And yeah, I'm gonna go into a level 1 zone and test that stuff. Thanks for the idea, dog person. Yeah, I thought the crit weakness and everything about it would be perfect for it proper. But you guys have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow if y'all are around. And yeah, thanks everybody for the cool ideas. I'll try and give all of you guys a shout out in the video that we're up and out, if we end up making one for this. You guys take care.